Modesta, Mopachikwa complement each other very well. Most times Myers is the aggressor and Modesta just drops anchor.
Pulled away by Modesta Mpachikwa. It's in the gap and she'll pick up the first boundary of the Zimbabwe innings.
I think you call that buffet bowling to Modesta because she really loves the short ball. She picks it up quickly, gets on that back foot in a flash and comes out of the middle of the bat. The first boundary for the Lady Chevrons.
Definitely that will settle her nerves. And 6 runs from the over already. One more delivery to go. She tucks it to the leg side for a quick single. And strike rotation, 7 from the over. Zimbabwe, after the first over, 7 for no loss. Zimbabwe will be looking to utilize the power play, and Modesta Mpachikwa in your picture will be very instrumental in today's innings. She's been the framework that Zimbabwe build around, the way in which they set scores or chase. Compact player, you would say. You can see from the way in just she plays. Concentration levels always at their best. Strike rotation is one of her strength. Right, Leah Jones into the attack from the City end. And played well, will be squirted to third man who picks up. Leah Jones operating from the City end normally operates on that off stump region. It's just slightly outside of off stump, bring it into the right hander.
I think the plan for her has always been to just try and make it tight and keep it simple, nice at the top. Don't give away so many runs. You can see the South Africans not backing off at all. They have a very attacking field. I don't know if they've done enough homework, but these two sides play each other too much. I think they know each other so very well.
Driven straight down. But the captain, Nondumiso Shangase, likes that region. Finds herself fielding normally either at mid-wicket or mid-on, mid-off rather.
Maybe she wants to keep talking to her bowlers just to make sure that we stay within the assignment.
Coming down leg side, play through that square leg region. Won't have enough to get to the boundary. What will be key is how they run. Modesta pushes for the third and comfortably makes it.
Yeah, Modesta, the ultimate team player. You can see how she's hustling for the runs for her partner. That simple 2 becomes, 3 runs. And that is very good to see from Zimbabwe. They're just making sure that they're scoring the runs with very minimal risk.
Play through the offside, but straight to point region.
Modesta, very, very strong square of the wicket. So some will feel that she's missing out on some of those over-pitch deliveries. If she could just lean into them, she could get good value. But it was a very strong field on the offside for South Africa.
No, just outside of stump. Modesta feeling that she could have cut that one, but a field that kept low for her to be able to cut it away.
flashing blade there from Modesta. She likes the width. Some width on offer, but the ball really staying very low on her.
Better from Leah Jones. End of the second. After 2 overs, Zimbabwe 11 for no loss. Jane Winnister to continue. It's an end that we have named 3 times: soccer pitch end, golf course end. Pushed by Sean. Not the most of convincing shots there, but scampers through for a single.
Also, Modesta wasn't so sure about whether she'll be able to make it, but a slow reaction from the field and mid-wicket just allowed her to get through.
I just worked away, just around by Modesta Mpachikwa, trying to beat that short fine. It was sort of in between being a backward square and fine leg. Jane Winnister changing. She's now coming around the wicket, looking to tuck the batter, not giving them width. Pace on offer, and hit to the right side of the fielder, and they run for 1.
Yeah, Sean Myers taking her time to get the other end. Looked a bit tight. A good pick up and throw, a direct hit could have had her in trouble. Leah Jones there with the fielding. You can see before she even comes into your frame.
Just pitched an outside leg stump. Modesta was looking to sweep that away, but not making the desired contact.
I think that's a problem when you change the angle. Now you take out the LB option and the batters are free to try and, sweep the ball.
Better over 3 offered after the 3rd over. Zimbabwe 14 for no loss. We're right into the halfway mark of the power play. What do you think Zimbabwe will be looking to get out of this one? Are they happy with the rate at which they're going, or they would try from this moment to push forward just a little bit more?
I think for now South Africa will be the happier side. Look at the Zimbabwean dugout, not worried looking yet, but usually they get out of the blocks faster than this. Probably a few more risks could get them going. It's been very, very cautious for now from them. But hey, we'll wait and see how the next 3 overs pan out.
From the city end, Leah Jones continues. Sean Myers coming down the wicket, clipped off the pads. There'll be an opportunity to get a few runs here. But however, they shall get a boundary for that. Didn't try to hit that one too hard.
Yeah, Sean Myers this time goes with more power. Nice juicy volley on the pads, and she walks it through the empty square leg region, and with the outfield doing the rest, that races away for a boundary. Welcome runs for the Lady Chevrons.
Straight up. Well. Leah Jones strikes on the second ball just after that boundary. Sean Myers looking to play it over mid-off. Gives a catch straight to the skipper. Zimbabwe lose their first wicket.
Yeah, the shot was on for Sean Myers, pitched up in the slot, but she doesn't get the height, neither the distance over the captain Shangase. Took a very good catch casually, and then the celebrations came a bit later. Could confuse you thinking you haven't lost it, but the ball was right there in the slot. But Shangase, the captain, she's been brilliant for them, leading from the front. Holds on to a well-struck shot, must have stung as well. But won't matter because Zimbabwe lose their first. They're 18 for 1. And Kelis Ndlovo will join Modesta Mpachekwa out in the middle. Yeah, you can watch that again. We've told you this tournament, Ndumi is one of the players to take a very, very good catch. And this time she makes that look very, very easy. We've seen two players in the past games, you know, parrying those catches in that particular region and just taking them on the second opportunity. Fiona Kulume yesterday and Lucky Paiti for Nigeria. But for Ndumi, so just made it look like a regulation catch.
The celebration, I think the adrenaline came in a bit later. Kelis Ndlovu coming in at number 3. Still yet to get off the mark, being she would love to prove herself. Kelis Ndlovu, captain of the Zimbabwe under-19s, has been in this side for a couple of years now. And she would want to show her prowess. Good line, well bowled.
Yeah, Leah Jones has come back brilliantly after, and look at that again, the ball not sitting up quite well, so staying very low. You can see the keeper always getting it when it's dying on her. But Leah Jones, after going for a boundary off her first ball, she's been able to come back well, picked up a wicket and has followed up with a couple of dot balls.
End of a brilliant over, 4 runs off that one, but all important. The wicket of Sean Myers, who departed for 10, leaves Zimbabwe after 4 overs, 18 for 1. Jane Minister to continue while there's a change in the commentary box. Ijoma joins me in the box. Good afternoon, Ijoma.
Good afternoon, Eli. Great to be here. Very sunny afternoon.
That's a beautiful shot by Modesta Mpachekwa. Jane Minister straying leg side, swept away by Modesta and picks up a second boundary of the match. She was given room to work that one well wide, but capitalizes on the opportunity. Looking to work this one leg side, and this time around, not fortunate enough. It's important for Zimbabwe to build partnerships. It'll be key for them to get to a good score. Again, strays leg side, but finds the fielder.
Just as you said, Eli, partnership is really key for the Zimbabwean batters if they're going to make it through the line against the South African team. We know how good the South African have been in terms of bowling.
South Africa have been brilliant. They've been picking themselves up game after game, trying to get better. Started off with a loss to Namibia, but they've never looked back after that. Good lines. Series of dope balls so far from this over. Just that solitary delivery when she started in the over. And that's the end of the 5th over. After 5 overs, Zimbabwe 22 for 1. Joma, you must be excited. So you with a few of the winning players from Nigeria. These is some of the players from Tanzania and Ghana just having a feel of this final, trying to work out who will be clinching the gold. People must be excited back in Nigeria, Joma, after that win.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a thing of pride for the Nigerians coming into this tournament without being given a chance, coming in as a least ranked side and then being on the table with the big, the top teams. I think it's really a huge one for them.
With an offer smashed over the covers by Kellis. Will it race away to the boundary? Keeps the fielder interested, but it has the legs to go over. That'll be 4.
Big hits, good chase down there from the fielder, but of course the ball intends to get down to the ropes, and it did. Good way to begin for Kelly's Glovo.
Well, the thing about Kellis, if you give her width outside off stump, she will punish you. And at that occasion, she just did that. Leah Jones will be hoping for a similar comeback to first over, where she was second over rather. With again, cut away. This time it's through that square region. It'll run away for 4. Back-to-back boundaries for Kellis and Glovo in this over.
Just look at that, an effort in vain. Miss Glovo, she was player of the match in the game against Nigeria. She's looking to be that star player for the Zimbabwean team here.
Definitely is looking for an opportunity to show her batting prowess. Has only managed to score around 31 runs so far, and I'm sure she would have to score more, and she has that opportunity today. That'll be wide. And the pressure of being sent for 2 boundaries in your first 2 deliveries, now straying a little bit leg side this time around. And the umpire signals wide. Again, that'll be wide. This is after a change of action, choosing to come over the wicket this time around. But pushes us just too far off the left-hander.
Ten runs already. Leah Jones will try to see if she could put it. Good line.
Better. Will be punched over mid-wicket. Nice scamper for 2 actually. It's a bit of risky running there, but Modesta Mpachikwa capitalizing on a fumble by the bowler, will come back for 2.
Good run in between those 2, I must tell you. Like,
oh, that's a bit tentative. It's a touch and go situation. They're lucky that they're able to pull that one off, but had Leah Jones collected, she would have enforced the run out. Apesh, and just turns away from point because of the angle that it was hit at. And they will scamper for 1 there.
13 runs already conceded in this over with 2 more deliveries to go. The Lady Chevrons really be glad.
Yeah, it's been an expensive over so far. Zimbabwe will be happy of the 2. This over has just pushed the rating of their scoring to around the 6 mark. Joseph will toss and then blasted through the offside. Nondumiso Shangase managed to get some fingertips to it, but however, the power of Modesta Mpachikwa was still enough to push it to the boundary. End of the 6 over, 39 for 1. That was creamed, you would say. She was ready and she blasted it off with ease.
See Shangazi there put her body down on the line, but she was unable to stop the ball, and that signal brings us to the end of power play.
End of the power play, Zimbabwe finished with 39 runs. South Africa picked up 1 wicket, and so it's pretty even Stevens at the moment. And with the end of the power play, there's a change in bowling from the soccer pitch end. It will be Seshai Naidu who comes into the attack. Seshni Naidu, one of the better bowlers, I tell you, in this tournament. She's got a beautiful action, extracts some reasonable bounce off the surface. It'll be interesting to see how Kellis will operate. That's wideish and worked away leg side. It will run away for 4. The deep backward square will have no chance of cleaning that one up. Runs coming through for Zimbabwe. The danger there was the line in which she chose to bowl. It would have been good for a right-hander, but bowl into a left-hander. It was always going leg side, and Kelly Singlovu just helping it on its way.
You see these 2 batters at the crease building up partnership for the Lady Chevrons.
Partnerships are important in this format. You need to start well, and Zimbabwe will definitely be looking to this too to get some partnership going. Cut, and they scamper for 1.
In your screens there are fans, supporters, stakeholders of the cricket game, Zimbabwean fans as well as Nigeria, fans from different parts of Africa coming in to support, to watch the women's game. It is the final of the women's cricket event in the very first, rather 13th edition of the African Games.
That's pulled away by Modesta, but there's a sweeper there. Deep mid wicket rather. We'll keep that to 1. Modesta Mpachikwa looking to punish anything short that she's given. She has the ability and the power. Now that the power play has ended, the field is spread, so there'll be protection in certain areas for Seshni Naidu. It's played in the gap for a single. This partnership is now worth 27 runs between Modesta Mpachikwa and Kelly Ndlovu.
Like this South African side do possess They do possess great spin attack, but here we see them struggling a bit with their lines.
Definitely they have been struggling with their line. South Africa either straying too wide and off stump and being punished on a number of occasions. Better from Naidu. But however, Zimbabwe picking up the gaps. They are getting singles. That'll be 9 runs from this over. So it's a good over from Zimbabwe. After 7 overs, they are 48 for 1. Zimbabwe currently scoring just under 7 runs and over, 6.9 to be exact. Projected score will be 138 runs if they continue at this rate. But I'm sure that they would pick it up a little bit later if this partnership was to just give them a little bit more, a platform to launch themselves a little bit later towards the latter stages around the 15th over going forward. And they'll be looking probably around the 150, 160 mark there. Nandomiso Shangase is looking for opportunities to pick up wickets, and she's changing her bowler from the city end. And she will go with Ranaik, if I'm not mistaken. Looking to continue with taking the pace off the ball. But however, spinners have not been able to hold good lines and length consistently. Good ball. But just like that again, Zimbabwe pick up 1 strike rotation.
Wondering when Shangase will bring herself up to the attack. She's one of the top leading wicket takers in this tournament, 9 wickets to her credit. Because those 2 batters at the crease are really comfortable at this point. You need something to actually halt the acceleration of runs for them.
Good ball. Modesta Pachka choosing just to watch that one go by.